Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, and don't, something dangerous happens inside your brain. Not motivation, not discipline, something worse. Your brain starts collecting evidence that you are a liar. And once that happens, why would it ever trust you again? Think about this. Why is it so easy to plan a new life at night, but so hard to wake up and actually live it? It's not because you're lazy. It's because your brain has already made a decision about you, and you didn't even notice when it happened. See, your brain doesn't just watch what you do, it builds a hidden profile of you. Every promise you break, I'll wake up early. Snooze. I'll start working out. Skip. I'll stay consistent this time. Quit. Each time, your brain quietly logs it as proof. Proof that you don't follow through. And here's the scary part. Once that profile is strong enough, your brain stops even trying. So when you say, I'll change this time, your brain instantly responds, no, you won't. Not out loud, but through hesitation, through procrastination, through that heavy feeling that makes everything harder. And now you're stuck in a loop. You start, but not fully. You try, but without belief. You quit, and prove yourself right again. I knew I couldn't do it. But wait, if this is true, then how did anyone ever escape this? How did people go from failure to unstoppable consistency? Because they understood something most people don't. Failure isn't what destroys you. Quitting too early does. Look at anyone successful. They didn't win because they never failed. They failed more than you, but they didn't stop at the point where you usually do. And that point is exactly where your brain is waiting to change. But you never reach it, so your brain never updates the profile, and you stay stuck believing you're the problem. But here's the truth you're not seeing. Your brain doesn't need motivation. It needs proof, not big promises, not I'll change my whole life today. That actually makes it worse, because big promises create big pressure, and pressure creates fear, and fear triggers shutdown. So what do you do instead? You go small. Almost stupidly small. Not, I'll work for 2 hours, just, I'll do 10 minutes. Because your brain doesn't care about your goals. It cares about whether you keep your word. And 10 minutes, that's believable. Now here's where it gets interesting. The moment you complete something tiny, your brain pauses and thinks, wait, we actually did that? That's a new data point. And if you repeat it again and again, something starts to shift. That broken trust starts repairing. But there's another trap: perfection. The second you try to do things perfectly, your brain feels pressure again, and pressure leads to avoidance. So instead, do it badly, messy, ugly, incomplete, but consistent, because consistency is how you rewrite your identity. Now think about this. Why do you always feel like it's hard to start? It's not the task, it's the negotiation happening in your head. Should I do it now? Maybe later? Maybe tomorrow? That mental fight? It's draining your energy before you even begin. So remove it. Fix a time. Fix a place. No thinking, no debating, just action. Because the less your brain has to decide, the more it can execute. And one last thing. Stop tracking results. That's where most people break. Because results are slow, and your brain hates waiting. Instead, track actions. Did you show up today? Yes or no? That's it. Because every time the answer is yes, you send a signal. I do what I say. And that signal is what rebuilds self-trust. Not motivation, not hype, trust. And once that comes back, everything changes. Starting becomes easier. Consistency feels natural. And that voice in your head, it stops doubting you and starts backing you. So no, you're not lazy. You're not weak. You're just someone whose brain stopped believing their promises. And the moment you fix that, you don't just change your habits, you change who you are. Because success isn't about never failing. It's about not quitting before your brain finally says, I trust you again. If this felt real to you and you enjoy learning complicated things in a simple way, subscribe to Simply Rise. Your support keeps us going and helps us create better videos for you.